Hi everyone, Flossy here. I'm going to be doing my final of the re-reviews, as I like to call them. These songs are the songs that stood out to me the most when I initially listened to them. And as these are the top tier songs, they can get up to 9 points. The first song I'm going to look at is the Czech Republic song. It's by Michalis Joseph and it's called Lie to Me. This song is in English. It's in semi-final 1, as has previously been established. It's a very tough semi. Unfortunately, he's actually had an injury in rehearsals. He did a backflip and he's done something to his back. He was initially put on bed rest, I think, and they're trying to make sure he stays very relaxed and doesn't kind of overexert himself up until the semi. But he's apparently said that if he makes the final, he will be doing the backflip in the final. So I'm not sure how serious the extent of his injury is, but he kind of had to tone down when he did his second dress rehearsal. So there are fingers crossed for him on the night. When I first heard this song, I was really enthusiastic about it. I think it's because this is from the Czech Republic. Traditionally, the Czech Republic does not do well. It's only ever made the final once, I believe, and then it was in like one of the bottom tier places. It came in it didn't come in last place, but it was 20 something, I think. And unfortunately, part of that was the luck of the draw. I think he was performing second on the night. So they finally make the final and then get the deaf slot. It's just sod's law, really. But I think this has the potential to be the best... the best ranked? Best performing Czech Republic song? I've lost my ability to form words. Can't actually remember. The highest placed Czech Republic song. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, so fingers crossed for that. I do still really like this. I think I like the whole package more than the song itself. He's a very charismatic performer. If he recovers enough, he's going to be one of the standout performers in his semi, I think. I'm going to give this one 7 points. Literally, the only reason this doesn't have more points is that I don't like the song itself as much as I like the whole package. This isn't the only song and performance I kind of have that critique over. But I do believe this is one of the best countries this year when you take all the elements into account. So somewhat similar to Cyprus, where it's the whole package. It's the song combined with the performer, combined with the routine, how the staging is going to go. This is going to be one of the top ones of the year. Next, I'm going to look at Denmark's song by Rasmussen, and it's called Higher Ground. This song is in English. It's in semi-final 2. It's considered to be very likely to get through to the final. When all the songs after this were revealed, I did somewhat cool on the song. When it first came out and I heard it, I watched the end of Dance Melody Grand Prix. I can't talk. So I had heard it from when it was selected, and I really liked it then. Then it kind of fizzled out for me. But then when I listened to it again properly last week when I got the album, I realised how much I love it. I do think it gets some criticism for being a cliche Viking song, but to me the pacifist message of the song that it conveys, it kind of subverts the cliche for me. It's kind of not what you'd expect from anything to do with Vikings, really. I still love the staging. I'm a bit annoyed that they don't seem to be having the snow and wind machines, but what can you do? And this is easily one of my favourites of the year. I'm going to give it 9 points. I just love the whole thing. The song, the staging, the vocals, it's so memorable. And say what you want, but the odds are people will remember this for being the Viking song. It's similar to Israel in that Israel's going to be remembered for being the chicken song. So it's got that kind of notable standout thing which makes people going to remember it. Next is Italy's song. It's by Ermal Meta and Fabrizio Moro, and the song is called Non mi aveva fatto niente. It's in Italian. As Italy's one of the big 5, it's going to automatically qualify for the final. This is another song I'm very passionate about. I think vocally they're brilliant. I really like how quick the song is. For me, the reason I do love this song so much is the lyrics. I think if you took those lyrics away, I would be a lot less passionate about it. Like, when I first heard it at San Remo, I was like, oh, okay, this is good. You know, for me, watching San Remo, it was long. And I remember when they won in the end, I was like, okay, I think I remember liking them, but that's it. And then rewatching them with the subtitles, that just made it even more incredible for me. That was kind of what did it for me. Seeing the meaning of the song and how powerful it is. And I know they're actually going to have subtitles on screen during their performance somehow. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to play out. I think it's going to be somewhat like the camera's going to be positioned where they're slightly to the side, and then the lyrics are going to be in the sort of blank area next to them. But I won't be completely sure until they release the official rehearsal clip the whole way through during one of the semi-finals. I think it'll be the second semi-final. Overall, I'm going to give this 8 points. For me, it only misses top marks because the thing that highlights this song for me is the lyrics. I think it's all very good, but if it didn't have those lyrics, it would be kind of like take it or leave it. I wouldn't be as fussed about it. The next song is Moldova's song. It's by Dorido. The song is called My Lucky Day. It's in English. It's going to be in semi-final 2. Initially, I wasn't too sure on this. I think it got 3 points because it was in a less strong round. I can't remember who it was up against, but I wasn't as fussed about those 3 songs compared to some other sort of selection of 3 songs I had done as well. But the more I see this act, the more impressed I get. I think they're vocally very good. They know how to stage it, and it's a very fun song. It's going to be very enjoyable for people to watch. And I think between this and last year, Moldova has worked out how to do the fun party song that is cheesy, but the cheese doesn't go into overload, and they present it so well. I think this would actually achieve a somewhat similar result to last year. Maybe not as well, but I think it will be higher up than some people may expect. So I'm going to give this 6 points. Whilst I'm not overtly passionate about it, I do think it's got the full package and it's great and it makes me smile, which is always a good thing. The next song is The Netherlands, Waylon Outlawin'em. The song is in English, it's in semi-final 2. This is one of my favourite songs of the whole competition. I love the country rock element of it, and I think it has a very strong performer and an experienced performer in terms of Eurovision. As we know, he came in second in 2014, so he knows what he's doing. I think this particular song is unique in Eurovision. You know, for the past... Actually, since 2014, there's only been 1 year where the song that comes from the Netherlands hasn't had a country or folk music vibe. So the Netherlands have kind of bringing that, which is giving them a unique kind of niche in Eurovision, which is working out for them. And I've got my fingers crossed it will qualify. I think it's likely to. I'm going to give it 8 points. I think it's fantastic. I just love this, to be honest. The next song is Romania's song. It's by The Humans and is called Goodbye. This song is in English. It's in semi-final 2. To be honest, I don't know how this got 3 points from me at first. Like, the more I hear this song, the less I like it. For me, it's just too slow to build up. I do like the chorus. It just doesn't stand out compared to the majority of the songs. It's just there. When I was first hearing it on the kind of recap things, they only showed a brief snippet of the chorus, and I was like, oh, I'm going to really like this. And it was so disappointing when I finally listened to it. And I'm not sure how it's on a 3 point already. I'm going to give it 2 points. It just doesn't stand out to me. I don't dislike it, but I also don't like it. Out of Romania, Russia and Azerbaijan, I think this is the one most likely to end the qualification record. Next up is Spain, and it's Amaya and Alfred with Tu Canción. It's in Spanish. Once again, they're a big 5 country, so automatic qualifier. I just love this song now. I think it's utterly beautiful. They just need to make sure the performance is not overly cheesy, like it was at the national final. From the preview clip, I'm not too sure they're going to accomplish that. But they've shone in the pre-parties. It might be because they've also been playing the instruments too, so they can't go all soppy. Like, I thought the song really suited London Eurovision, and they were both like, she was playing piano, he was playing guitar, and they got the audience to sing the song as well. And I thought it was just beautiful. I'm so glad this is already in the final, especially when you consider how devastating semi-final 1 is going to be. I'm going to give it 8 points. I just love this. It just needs to tone down the cheesiness a bit. I think when we get the full rehearsal clip during one of the semis, if it has toned down, I will probably give it the extra point to give it the perfect points for here. Next up is Switzerland. It's Zibs, once again my favourite name, with Stones. This song is in English, it's in the first semi-final. This song isn't in my top tier, but I think it's on the next level down. They're getting a lot better live. I think the song is great. Once again, like I said, they have my favourite name, Zibs. And from what we've seen in the preview clip, they're one of the only countries who are utilising the entire stage, because the stage this year has kind of bridges coming out, and this is one of the only countries we've seen actually use that. I'm going to give it 6 points. I don't know what, but it's just missing something to put it over the edge for me. The next song is Armenia's song. It's by Sevuk Kanagyan, and the song is called Kami. This is in Armenian. It's in semi-final 1. This song is one of the most surprising songs for me. I didn't expect it to like it that much. If it comes on my playlist, I'll admit I probably wouldn't listen to it. But I think it's a brilliant song when you're there watching it. It's just like, it's not something I would normally listen to, but I love it in the context of seeing it performed. For me, the reason I rank this song so highly is because of the live version, and his voice is brilliant. It makes it stand out. I know there's something going on in Armenia at the moment. I'm not particularly good on world politics, but there's a lot of controversy going on, and they're worried this is going to be reflected in the performance, what I've heard from the press. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm hoping it won't affect him too much. I'm going to give it 5 points. The only reason it doesn't get more for me is just because it doesn't capture me when the song's not live. I think when you have a song that is amazing live and it's amazing in the studio version, then you've got kind of the perfect combination. Next up is Belgium's song by Senik called A Matter of Time. This song is in English. It's in the first semi-final. In regards to the actual song, I think this is fantastic. The mood surrounding it is fantastic, and it's like a James Bond song. The main issue at the moment is the live performance, and I know a lot of people have this issue. Vocally, I think she's improved since Israel Calling. There are still moments when I think she sounds just a bit shrieky, but she has overall really improved. The preview clips from the rehearsal don't make me optimistic though. I do like the fact that she's using the very front bit of the stage, kind of the bit that's separated from the main stage by a small group of the audience. She's one of the only people to use that. But the feel of it is off. I don't know, something like the dress doesn't look good, and I don't know, there's something that's not quite right about it. But then I remember Blanche didn't come across well last year either. Lots of people were saying, oh my gosh, Belgium has one of the best songs, but it's probably not going to qualify. And then she ended up coming in 4th. So you never know what's going to happen. Overall, I'm going to give it 4 points. It needs to improve live, but I love the song, so I'm hoping it improves live. The next song is Croatia's song by Franca, and it's called Crazy. This song is in English. It's in semi-final 1. I personally think the live performance of this is brilliant. We didn't really hear a live performance until the rehearsals. Her vocals are top notch. I still love this song. I still hate the spoken part of this song. And I'm very scared that this is in semi-final 1. I think this is a standout piece. And a lot of people have said, from what I've read online, that This is one of the biggest surprises from the rehearsals, and they're really looking forward to it now. I'm giving it 7 points, and I just love it. That's all I can really say. Next up is the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, and the band is called IQ with Lost and Found. This is in English. It's in semi-final 1. This song has epically grown on me. I think it's a lot less jarring once you're used to it. This might be a problem for casual viewers on the night, because it does sound like 3 different songs kind of mashed together. The preview clip for it, though, is not overly optimistic. I think, although I have better hopes for it than Belgium, apparently there's going to be a dress change in the middle of the performance that might improve it, but it's considered to be one of the worst ones out of semi-final 1, just based on staging. Fingers crossed it will get through. And also the lead singer reminds me of the new Bachelorette Becca from the American dating show I Love My Trash TV. It's one of the reasons I'm very amused by Belarus's staging this year. So that's just a little quirk. It's like with Portugal, she reminds me of Robin from How I Met Your Mother. Just one of those little things that amuses me. I'm going to give this 7 points. I think it's a brilliant song, and I've got my fingers crossed for it. Next up is Ireland's Song by Ryan O'Shaughnessy, and the song's called Together. This song is in English. It's in semi-final 1. Surprisingly, this is one of my favourite songs this year. Ireland have gone massively uphill for me. For me, the past few years for Ireland, pretty much every year after Jedward's years, I've kind of not been into them at all. So, to me, this is such a massive improvement, and I think it's interesting, with this, I think last year they were kind of improving, and then with this, it's a massive improvement. If they keep on going uphill, and it's the same with UK, we're gradually getting better. We just need the song at the moment. We're getting it right with the staging and performers. Both these the previous 2 titans of Eurovision, they're getting better and better. Hopefully they'll be going back into new glory days almost. Fingers crossed. I think in terms of this, he sings it very well, and the simplicity of the song is what makes it so beautiful. It's up there with Lithuania. I constantly go back and forth over which one I prefer. They're both similar in their simplicity. They have slightly different messages. Ireland is a lot more tragic, but they're these 2 I band together that I just utterly love, both of them. I think this has a very relatable message, everyone's had a relationship where they think they're going to end up with this person and it just doesn't work out. So it's understandable. And the rehearsals make it look really interesting too. He's recreating the music video for it, where he's just going to stand there singing with a guitar, and they can have the couple dance around them, which is really good. And apparently it's pissing off Russia, which is amusing in the context of Eurovision. With Russia being always considered the bad guys for some reason, even though they put out quality entries most time. But I'm going to give this one 8 points. I just love this song. It's one of my favourite songs to listen to. I think it's utterly beautiful. My final song for these re-reviews is Norway's song, Alexander Rybak, That's How You Write a Song. This is in English. It's the semi-final 2 opener. I think this is something like the 1500th performance in all of Eurovision. It might be a bit higher than that, actually. We should have had more than 1,500 performers. I'm not quite sure. It's a record, performance, basically. The problem with this, for me, is that the song itself is quite average. If I had a list of what I thought based purely on just the songs, this is in the middle. The thing that makes it brilliant is him. He's this immortal time being, and that's what makes it so special. For me, he's easily the most charismatic performer of the competition. This song is very catchy too. I do think people are a bit too harsh to the lyrics as well. This is a song about going with the inspiration for writing a song. It's not about the technical aspects of it. And he literally did write this for kids. So people who compare it to Sesame Street, It's like, no, that's the point of it. I'm going to give it 6 points. The only letdown of this is the song itself. It's going to be one of my favourites to watch, though. I hope it goes through to the final, because I think this is going to be a fun song to watch. So, at the end of this round, Denmark is reigning supreme with 12 points, whilst at the bottom with just 2 points are Malta, Montenegro, Slovenia and Iceland. Before the semi-finals start, I'm going to reveal my 12 points for the actual songs of the competition. I'm not thinking about the staging, I'm just thinking purely about the songs. And to shake things up, one of my friends has sent me his 12 points as well, so things may look very different by the time the semi-finals start. I've been Flossy. Ta-ta!